Well, some bargains today. We've been to the Toy and Train Fair at, where is it, Spalding. And as soon as you walked in the door, the regular stall holder there got some trees. 3 for £1. Not the best trees in the world, but they're certainly better than some of the offerings. £1 you couldn't really turn them up. I've got some of these old things the model shop used to sell with the old lichen on them. They always look a bit two-dimensional and then flat. Mine have gone terrible, but there was that one as well. Probably be in the back scene somewhere, or maybe an ornamental in a garden of one of the houses. But I did manage to pick up Network Southeast Bachmann coach, which really doesn't hold any greater prestige than any of the others, because this is the earlier Bachmann. Someone must have been embarrassed. They've actually scratched the name out, put their name on it, so whether they ran it on a club layout. It was up for £10, and I asked him what he would do, because they've converted the couplings. They've cut the original one off and just put a little 3-link coupling, so it's either a case of removing that, putting a hook back on, or leaving it like this and putting a lamp on and using it on the end of the train. But it's in reasonable nick. Got that for £8 in the end. Another guy was doing various boxer wagons, £3 each or 2 for £5. So got 2 of these, XP marked. Don't know who made them. They've had a Hornby type coupling changed. You can see the 2 pips, and then they've put a smaller mainline airfix. I don't know. But the name's all been dimpled out with something hot. But I don't know whose they are. But there was a pair of them. I thought I haven't got many in the old oxide, bauxite red. So they'll make a rake up, won't they? And for £5, got metal wheels on them. So, and I had another rummage round in his box, and an SAA wagon steel carrier, and it's got all of the staunchings intact still. It's in the rail freight grey. Again, you know, £3. These are making £10 on eBay. And it was 2 wagons for £5, so I had a rummage in the box and managed to pull out. Again, another, although it's obviously originally a old Great Western towed brake. Obviously it's when they were all sucked into British Rail, and the braking was changed, so they were marked with XP. It's got 2 of the Springside oil lamps on it, which are worth salvaging in their own, and again metal wheels. They don't look original. It's a Bachmann one, so it's got the NEM pocket, so it's not that old. So although I have plenty of brake vans of them, share we all do, I haven't got anything like this. I think I've got a rail freight one, and the rest are all northeastern. So that was a tenner spent. And then I found 187 scale, admittedly, but with plant equipment, you know, you can pretty much get away with it. In fact, I've got a similar one, which is one of the Atlas Doosan, and this is bigger. So in a sort of construction scene, if I keep it, to go with that, we got another digger. I've got another one on the way. It was off the same stall holders. Whoever makes these in license for China, I haven't had it out of the box yet, but obviously it's semi-posable. So yeah, a little construction scene could be on the cards. And I haven't seen one of these at the fairs. Just randomly rummaging through and managed to pick up a Platinum Champagne Vauxhall Cavalier. The rep special when we used to rent them out. We had the run-out models with the 1800 dual progressive carburettor. Used to go like shit off a shovel. And an old electric co-op milk float. Not the type we used to have around our way, but that was the closest one I could get. The other one was a Bedford CF. Or no, it was the older version. The one before the CF Bedford. So yeah, I've got that. So that was 18 quid spent with him. Well, I've actually found some rocking horse doo-doo. Not one but two. Well, the third one's not an easy one to find though. They are used. Well, I believe they are. They were a good find and a good price. Someone asked for one of these on Facebook about an hour after I got it off the guy. And someone else had been posting for days that he was prepared to pay up to £50 for a Class 37 TTS chip. But yeah, they weren't £50 or 39. They were 25. So I can put sound in another one of my 37s, I think. But these were my job lot of wagons for repair, which were described literally as that and nothing else. So no one really knew what they were unless you studied the photographs. As you can see there, the Gunderson style. Ooh, and they're metal by the feel on them. That was literally as good as picture as you're seeing now. Excuse the lack of light in here again, but yeah, let's have a look, see if we've got some repair work to do. So, thought I'd open them with you so you can see exactly what I see as I see it. Not that that's any more interesting. In the box fell out one little piece of the knuckle coupling. It's got knuckle couplings both ends, and then a link bar between them. I have seen these before on eBay. But they were quite a bit of money, and these scissors are crap. Yeah, let's have a look. I thought a wheel truck assembly was missing to start with, but that was just the way it was photographed. Again, it's another metal one. Ladders are intact. Probably a broken handrail up there, but that is... No, yeah, you can see that one. Ooh, just about, I guess they get bent in real life anyway, but nothing major. Okay, obviously a coupling arrangement. The knuckle looks like it's missing the spring and pushed back round. Don't know whether that's salvageable or whether I'll have to replace it. Now that one's got a screw through, but they have a link bar. This is the bit again, isn't it? Ouch. That's well in there. So next one is coupling link that end. Looks like we've lost a step. They're all there, so probably a bit of an etched brass etching glued back on there would probably suffice for a new ladder. But they look in good nick, they're not knocked about, their paint's all there, other than sort of a little bit of superficial damage. It looks like a couple of new knuckle couplings and we're good to go. I took a gamble on this only being minor damage as it is, which is a result, because they were £22.45 including the postage. Normally you'd pay over 20, well, I paid £20 for these. They're asking 30 odd pound, but I think this is a 3-car set, is second hand. There's another one on here that's £80, so that's a bloody good result, I reckon. So it doesn't end here, because another seller has been looking for some of these and not wanting to pay too much money for them. So I've been, playing a bit of a waiting game, and I got one off one guy. He's still got another couple for sale. It was the Walthers one that you saw earlier in a previous clip or the last video, and I happened to find someone else advertising that. Looked on the other sellers' items, and he had that listed, and that one. Got that one for 15 quid, that one for 15 quid, and those three for 45. Now everyone else is asking quite a bit more for that, so that shows you the sort of price point people are prepared to pay. Well, the first two, the Walthers one is all metal. It's been weathered, as you can see, and obviously it'll take a container, but if you look, it's got the fifth wheel fittings either end, so it will take, well, an Arctic trailer as we call them, or a semi-trailer as the Americans call them. And the Earthern one is plastic. I'm guessing there's not really a lot of places you can put weight. Those first ones I bought had a lead piece at each end. But again, the couplings are okay. They look a bit flimsy compared to the other ones. And obviously all you do with these is place a weight in the shipping container. Now I've seen of something very similar to these, if not these are the very ones, being sold by Eve Model on AliExpress and Amazon. They're a bit cheaper on AliExpress. I was going to bite the bullet, and they would have been about £70 with the tax and shipping, but I held off because it was for a pack of 3. I've just got these for 45, this one for 15 and the other one, so obviously it was more economic to buy these even though they're used, but as you can see it's as good as new really. So I've refitted them with a couple of my Chinese easy coupling copies, and I've coupled it to the other Walthers new wagon, and as you can see there's quite a bit of height difference, about halfway. Now I presume I haven't married it up to the old couplings here, but looking at this one, it is sitting higher off the rail, so it's not just a case of indifference of the couplings. The actual two wagons, although they're identical, when you put them side by side, the actual lip here sits above this one. And looking at the wheel trucks, there's a slightly different variant. I don't think we can pick it up here. There's a larger metal wheel. These have got a sort of small, I don't know what they are, 8 or 10mm plastic wheels. That's got metal wheels which are clearly larger, and a slightly different wheel truck, which obviously has had the effect of raising it up about 2mm higher. Now whether that's an evolution in reality of the prototypical design that they changed wheel trucks, or the fact that they've done this to give them more ground clearance. I did have to straighten the little bars at the bottom, the magnetic releasing bars, with my cheaper version of the KD pliers for bending them, which did work. It's the first time I've tried them, but and they're also slightly longer than the original ones. The knuckles only just protruded from the wagon, as you can see. These ones do sit slightly prouder, which is not a huge issue. As it is now, it sits no further apart than it does with one of those couplings, the solid bar coupling. And I would say, probably given that our railway systems tend to have a smaller radius curve, it may not be detrimental anyway. It may help things. I have got the KD ones as well, so I may retrofit them with KDs at some stage if there is an issue that will resolve. I think I've got a couple of, were they number 3s or 23s, which are cranked. The knuckle is slightly higher set. But obviously the only time this I think would be a problem is if you've got really badly warped track, and that happens.